I love the requests that we get from you, the viewers, and one of you asked this. Dr. Paul, can you do a video on how to handle an interfering mother-in-law? Actually, I can. Do you ever wonder where all of the mother-in-law jokes and all the mother-in-law stories come from? It's because people actually have these experiences. You know what though? Most people don't want to be that person. That's going to be really important as we come back to how to handle it in just a little bit. First, let's review our 5 key relationships. Now, this is Dr. Paul's opinion, okay? I've earned it. I've developed this opinion over almost 3 decades of clinical experience and working with people just like you, and I've come to this conclusion. There are 5. And in this order, number 1, your creator. I'm not here as your spiritual guide or as your ecclesiastical leader. I'm just acknowledging that it's really important for us as human beings to come to some sense of where we came from. Our source, our creator. Whatever that is for you, connect with that. That's your number 1 key relationship. That gives purpose and meaning to the other 4. Number 2 is yourself. Some people skip this one. They forget that it's even a relationship, but it absolutely is. And honestly, if I treated you the way you treat you, would we still be friends? Pretty good question to be asking yourself. How do you treat the number 1 person in your life? After your creator, it's you. You're next. And we've got other videos where we can talk about that. It's important to keep that in context. Number 3, family. You're glad that I went there, right? Because your family is so important to you. But there's a lineup within family. Within the category of family, it goes first, spouse. That person that you're married to, that person that you have a permanent committed relationship with. Number 1, family relationship, bar none. Number 2, within family, children. As a parent, that's your next most important relationship. After your spouse is the relationship with your children. And third, extended family. Oh, that's where mother-in-law fits in. I'm not saying she's not important. She made the list. I'm just saying let's put it in order because she's not as important as your spouse or your children and your relationship with those people. Keep that in perspective. After family, your 4th key relationship is other people outside of your family. This includes people in your community, people in your church, people at school, people at work, starving children in Africa. They all make the list. They're all important. They're just not as important to you as your family. Got it? And then after number 4 comes number 5. That is your relationship with things, stuff, property, money, all of the stuff in your life you have a relationship with. When we look at it that way, we start to handle it differently. It's a word that I call stewardship. That's your relationship with things. Now, why did I spend the time going through the 5 key relationships? If we're going to figure out how to deal with an interfering mother-in-law, we need to know where she is on the hierarchy. Again, she made the list. She is, in fact, your extended family. And that makes her important. She's not as important as your spouse or your children. And that's going to help to drive some of our decisions. A few years ago, a movie came out that I got to watch with my daughter. And I love those daddy-daughter dates where Lindy and I get to experience something together. This particular movie was Cinderella. Yes, it's a newer version of Cinderella, all live action, and it's well put together. I really enjoyed the movie. There's one part in the movie, right in the beginning, where Cinderella's mother, not the wicked stepmother that we all hate, her mom, who passed away, told her this: have courage and be kind. That was basically her dying wish for Cinderella, that she would have courage and be kind. Can we implement both of those things? as we figure out how to deal with an interfering mother-in-law. I want you to have courage. That means you're going to have the conversations that you've been avoiding having. I'll give you a little formula for that in just a minute. But you're also going to be kind. You do not have to be mean about this. In fact, that would spoil the whole thing. So be prepared to follow Cinderella's mother's advice. Have courage and be kind. As I'm sharing these ideas with you, I keep thinking of other videos we have right here on the channel in the Positive Relationships Resources playlist. Would you just check that out? I think you're going to find there's some resources that will be helpful to add on to what we're talking about in this particular video, because the next point is communication. We got some other videos about that. Communication is the key. Remember, you are dealing with another human being who is also an adult, who also loves you. I know, you might have to swallow hard on that one and just wrap your head around it. Who also loves a lot of people that you love. The fact that she's your mother-in-law suggests that she loves someone that you love, and she probably loved them first. Well, have some empathy around that. I talk about the influence quadrant in some of our other videos on communication. Basically, the short version is making sure that your focus stays on how other people feel about themselves. When we focus on how we feel about ourselves, we tend to get anxious and insecure. When your focus is on how that other person feels about herself, that puts you in a position of influence and will allow you to have a different kind of a conversation. We won't get into all the details about how you stay in that green influence quadrant on this particular video, but that's why we've done all the others. In that communication mode, there's a specific strategy that you can use that I think is going to forward this conversation. Let's go there next. We've used this strategy in different applications on other videos. Here's what it is. Identify, verify, and accept. You're not even going to do this until you've wrapped your head around what I've already asked you to do. Have courage and be kind. Put the focus on how someone else feels about themselves. You got to get out of your own way enough that you can actually effectively pull off this particular conversation. If someone is interfering, let's say that in this case it's the mother-in-law, and maybe she's trying to tell you how to raise your kids. Oh, yeah, I've never heard that one before, huh? That's blowing my mind right now. Okay, it happens, right? And maybe it's happening to you. So if that's the scenario, you want to first identify. Put it in this format. When this happens, I feel this. So it might sound like this. Using her name or whatever title you have agreed to. I know that's a whole other conversation. But let's say that it's Carol, okay? Carol, when I hear instructions from you about how to raise my kids, I feel devalued or untrusted. Okay, now I'm just making that up, but whatever it is that you're feeling, that's what you put into that phrase. When this happens, I feel this. Do not accuse. Hey, you are whatever, okay? You keep bossing me around, whatever. No, don't go there, because that will just trigger defensiveness. It's when this happens, when I hear instructions about how to raise my kids, I feel devalued or untrusted. That's the identify step. Now we're going to move immediately into the second step, which is verify. You're going to give her a chance to own it or not. And it sounds like this. Is that what you were going for? No, people don't never say this. This is a different way of communicating. Just roll with it for a minute, okay? Is that what you were going for? Was that your agenda? Was that your objective? Is that what you wanted to accomplish? Pick something that fits the way you might talk, but put it in that format to verify. Is that what you were going for? Now you pause briefly. So you do steps 1 and 2, right on each other's heels. When this happens, I feel this. Is that what you were going for? Now you pause. 95% of the time, Carol's going to backtrack right about now, okay? Oh no, sweetie, no, not at all. That's not what I intended to do. Okay, and she's going to talk for a few minutes. Fine. Whatever she says, It's totally fine. She might turn it back on you. Oh, you're so sensitive. See, this is why I told my son he should be careful about marrying you in the first place. I don't know where Carol's going with this. It doesn't matter. You're just going to listen to whatever her response is. Maybe she's actually going to own it. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Oh, who has that mother-in-law? Oh my gosh. Whatever she says doesn't matter because you're going to step 3, accept. Remember, identify, verify, accept. Accept sounds just like this. Okay, that's it. Okay. You simply say okay, no matter what she said. This is really powerful because it puts her on notice that the way she's treating you is having an impact that she may not have intended. And honestly, I don't think that she wants to make things worse in the family. I know a lot of mother-in-laws. Some of you are mother-in-laws. You know that this is true. You want things to be good. This kind of a conversation can illuminate what the problems are in that relationship. If it gets worse than that, I've got another video called How to Deal with Toxic Family Members. You can hook to that one right up here and watch it next if you want to. That might add to what we've discussed in this video. Hope you found that helpful. Sometimes the videos aren't enough. That's why we've put together some other resources for you. Click on the link down below that hooks you into a free breakthrough call with a member of our coaching team. We would be happy to have a private conversation with you about what you're dealing with. And maybe we can hook you into some other really powerful resources that way. The free breakthrough call. Click on it down below.
Her head was down, face locked onto the phone.